Welcome to Inspired Living in Puerto Vallarta. I'm Barbara La Pointe, your host and realtor with a heart. Each week, I am delighted to chat with experts, pioneering entrepreneurs, change makers, and key influencers in Puerto Vallarta to bring you the very best of Puerto Vallarta. So if you like our content, please show us the love and like, subscribe, and share. Today, my guest is Jessy Ruiz, and I hope I've said that correctly, but we're going to ask her. She is the host and producer of Asphalt, Puerto Vallarta's own local all-English radio station show. She is a woman of pioneering woman, I would say. She's a woman of light. She's a proud mother of two, and just a delight to have you on the show. Welcome, Jessy.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having me. This is fun.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. So congratulations. You have your own show that you are the host of and that you produce on. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's an all English local radio show. I love radio, and I think it was due in Vallarta, to have something like this in English so that all of our friends that like to speak English or that don't speak Spanish, know a little bit of what's going on around their neck of the boot. And
Yeah.
so it's, I really, really thought it was very due for, because no one else is doing it. So a lot of people, you may think, don't listen to radio, but I think after asking so many people, if it was a good idea or not, if they listen to radio or not, 96% of them said, yes, I do listen to radio. And yes, that would be great to have, something in English.
Yes, a radio station in English in Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. And I know you've gotten such great feedback and support. Like it's kind of neat. So who's tuning in and who's listening?
So the show that I created is directed to people like 45 and over. It's a musical show. Most of the I like to have classic rock, in the mix because I love that type of music, and I know, most of the people that age have some memories about, that type of music. And I also like to have small segments with information, about Puerto Vallarta, what's going on, and where to eat, things like that.
Yeah, it's such a fun show now. It just debuted on Saturday with stellar reviews and wonderful feedback. Why don't you just break down the segments a little bit more? So I'm not too biased, but I love your segments. So you mentioned food.
Yeah. So what to eat. I do have local events and happenings. What else? Gosh, I have the worst memory, but I do interview a nonprofit organization every week, or at least that's the plan, so that we can help out the community, and let people know who needs help, why, what are they doing, and, this all benefits everyone here in Puerto Vallarta. So I think sorry guys, I was getting a call. I can't stop them. Yeah, so nonprofit organization. I also have a real estate segment, which Barbara, you're in charge of, and I loved it. All the information that you give, because it's mostly an informative segment. It's not, a sales. It's just so that you guys can listen and know, everything about real estate, so that you're prepared, and so that you're prepared when you want to buy, what's going on, and no one can tell you yes or no. What else? What other segment do I have? News, of course. We have news, and news Julianne from Casa de Influencia is the one that does the newscast, and she's so wonderful at that. And I'm so thankful that she's helping me with that. What else do we have? I think I got them all. Yeah.
Yes, well, it's on every Saturday from 10 to 12, right? So it goes by pretty quick, but I love the local news. I love the nonprofit. Who did you interview last week, for example, in your community nonprofit segment?
So we had the Sula organization come in and joined us. They were on their way to the airport to send a couple of puppies out, to Canada, because that's what they do. They get some dogs from the street. They help them out. They assess them. They make sure they're healthy and happy. And once they are, then they find houses, that can adopt them either here in Mexico or out in Canada. And so Saturday, right after the interview, they headed to the airport to go take some of the puppies over to Canada.
And that is something people are so passionate about, are the animals and the street dogs and cats and in Puerto Vallarta, correct?
Oh yeah, yes, and you can tell. I mean, I'm from Mexico City, and if you've never been, um, it's crazy how many street dogs are out there everywhere. Even in other cities, other smaller cities around Mexico. So when you come into Puerto Vallarta as a Mexican, it's a little bit weird not to see all these street dogs everywhere. It's like, what happened to them? Where are they? And I think it's they're being taken care of by all of these nonprofit organizations, because the Sula Society is not the only one. I know there's like a bunch others that do the same thing, and I am really thankful for all of them.
Yeah, me too. I love your nonprofit community section. The real estate's called the Raw Deal on Real Estate. The local news is so great. But you even had some medical information last week.
That's right. We do have a health segment. Last time we talked about comprehensive healthcare and how important it is. We interviewed Tanner Thompson, and he's in charge of a great discount card he sells, and this card includes healthcare. Like if you would be in Canada or United States, you pay a fee and you get monthly checkups, and you get dental checkups, and all kinds of medical stuff. And if something happens to you and you need to get surgery or anything like that, you get like really good discounts. So he explained to us a little bit about how that works, and I thought it was awesome, because a lot of my personal friends didn't know anything about healthcare in Mexico, like what to do. I mean, the first thing you do, it's like, well, I'm going to a doctor down the street, but is he a good one? Is he not? Is it dangerous? It could be sometimes. So it's great to have someone in. Next Saturday, we'll have Dr. Marron to explain to us a little bit about skin care. And I think it's a great topic, especially for us girls.
Yeah, especially with the beautiful hot sun here. That is very relevant. I mean, the 2 hours just flew by. All the incredible music, all the valuable information, great expert guests. Do you, I mean, obviously, this is also relevant because it's the first all English radio station in Mexico. And you must have a lot of expats that are listening in.
Yes. Well, most of, like I said, this show is directed to them. And I think they appreciate the information that I prepare for them every week. I do it with lots of love, and I try to make it really interesting, And of course, I get collaboration, like people that can collaborate with me that are awesome, like yourself or Julianne, or even like the people that I interviewed. Oh my gosh, everyone was wonderful. I'm so thankful.
Oh, it's such an honor to work with you. It's an incredible show. It's going to bring the community of Puerto Vallarta quite a lot, I think. And last question: do you have any sponsors on your show? It's
Yeah.
on. Yeah. So let's just back up. So where is it broadcast from? What radio station?
So the radio station that's working with me is Xpectro 105.9 FM. It's an FM radio. They have during the week, Monday through Friday, they have really old, not old, I guess music for people that are 45 and over. Everything that I grew up with, you know. Um, and it's very family oriented. And so their plan is to bring Saturdays and Sundays completely, English music all day long, all Saturday and all Sunday. But it's hard to get a permit to do that. So they were able to get a permit for a couple of hours for now. And so we're thinking in the next month or so, then we'll start with English music through and English programming throughout the whole weekend. So. Mhm.
Very exciting. Congratulations. And I bet you want to tell us about your sponsors before you go.
Oh, that would be so wonderful. Thank you for letting me do that. So, one of my sponsors and my first sponsor, and I really appreciate him and her, is Jamie and Marianne, and they're from Winston's Bar and Grill. They're in Centro, in Puerto Vallarta Centro. It's a wonderful bar. They they love to make you feel welcome. They love to make you feel at home. And they have the best music every day except for Sunday when they close. They have live music playing, which is the most important for them. People, playing the kind of music that we play on the radio station. So it's perfect. So I really, really thank Jimmy for believing in me and helping me out. It wouldn't have been possible without him because he was the first one. And after that, I was like, yes, this can be done.
Oh my gosh.
And so my next sponsor is Julianne from Casa de Influencia. I really, really, really love that house. It feels such a wonderful energy when you walk in there. It's a great experience to just walk through there because it's so rustic and it's so Mexican and it has such a great vibe. I really love it. She also has a lot of things going on all the time. Like she has the drumming circle, which I loved. I was able to try it out and I loved it. She also has yoga classes sometimes. Right now she's got, sorry about the bikes.
It's Mexico. It can be kind of lively and noisy in Mexico. So we'll just roll with that.
But anyway, she's got the dancing classes going on right now. It's creative dancing and it's wonderful. And after the creative dancing, she has creative writing. And so, it's so wonderful to have someone there so that you can ask her, hey, am I writing this correctly? Is this good? It's been a while since I've done this. So she's been such a big
Support.
yes, a huge support. So I appreciate Julianne so much, and her house, of course. She also has salsa nights. There's so much going on at that house. So you could just check out her events on Casa de Influencia on Facebook, or you can just go right over. And it's so easy to find. You just Google it, Casa de Influencia, and it takes you right there.
You know what, Jessy, you reminded me that I think what I'll do is I'll put links in the show notes to your sponsors.
Oh, that would be so nice. And then, of course, you are one of my sponsors on the real estate segment. And I love it. I love it that you know what you're talking about, that you inform everyone about, everything real estate, and that you really know your stuff. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I also have Mueblerías Rangel, which is mine and my husband's furniture shop. And, we have, we do um, custom made furniture and sofa beds and dining tables and chairs, anything you can think of. So,
Wow. Well, I love the sponsors. I love the show. And I would say it has kind of like a really nice lifestyle vibe to it.
yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It flows nicely.
Fantastic. Well, let's remind folks before we say goodbye. And Jessy, thanks for coming in. Thanks for giving us your time. And I acknowledge you because you are a pioneering woman. And this is an amazing project that is so collaborative. And that's what I love about it. It's very collaborative. You've got an amazing team. You've got amazing sponsors. It's an amazing radio show. So again, how can folks tune in this Saturday for your second show?
Okay, so if you want to listen to us on the radio, you can go to Xpectro 105.9 FM. So just tune into 105.9 FM. Or if you just want to do it on your phone or, your computer, your laptop, go to www.xpectro.com. Did I spell that right? Yes.
Yeah.
.com, and then you can just click on the play button, and then you'll listen to us live. So yeah, it's wonderful. We have a great show coming up next weekend, talking about all the women in rock, and talking about anything to do with women here in Vallarta. So it's gonna be wonderful.
Oh my God, that sounds incredible. I love that theme. If any woman listening or any person who'd like to connect with you, sponsor your show, anything at all, what's the best way that they can reach you, Jessy?
Yeah, well, we have a page. It's called Vallarta's Asphalt, and that's how you can find me. You can also WhatsApp me at 322-109-6449. And then, if you want to be part of, the show, if you want to collaborate in some way, or if you have a nonprofit organization and you want to, get yourself out there, just give me a call or reach out to me on the show's page, and then we'll talk.
Fantastic. Muchas gracias. Thank you again.
Gracias a ti, Barbara.
Hasta pronto. That's all we have time for today. I'm Barbara La Pointe, your realtor with a heart. Buying and selling in Mexico can be a hassle-free process when you have a friend and expert on your side.